Warren Davidson. Congressman, good to see you. What are your expectations for getting the passage of USMCA, but also this U.S.-China trade deal, which the markets are saying you better get it done and get it done fast?
Hey, Dagan, thank you for the question. Thanks for covering the issue. I mean, trade is vitally important to Ohio and to the nation. So, prior to coming to Congress, I was in manufacturing, 15 years on the receiving end of bad trade policy. And when President Trump talked about getting after fixing our trade agreements, enthusiasm. I mean, just a tremendous amount of support from the country, from this sector, and we're still expecting great things. And with USMCA, you can see we have a great agreement. We just need to get it across the finish line. I expect that it will have to be voted on in September, maybe early mid-October at the latest.
But business investment has weakened in the most recent quarter, actually turning negative. You have factory activity has slowed for several months in a row. Manufacturing was the great manufacturing renaissance last year, but that being hit by these trade negotiations. How long can the manufacturing companies and the very employees withstand these negotiations?
Well, I think that with the investment, that's the biggest reason we need some kind of certainty. So when I spoke with the president, we were talking about how to move the USMCA agreement across the finish line. We were talking about, look at steel stocks, for example. They're more profitable than they've been, but yet their share prices, the publicly traded companies, are down. And that's not because of the cash flow or normal economic models. It's just people know that this could change maybe with one tweet. So we really need to get a law on the books, some kind of certainty that would say markets can know where they're headed, whether that's a 20% tariff, a 200% tariff, a 0% tariff. The certainty would help markets settle. And when I talk to the biggest companies, they say, look, we go into annual planning here in the fall, and we're looking at, regulatory reform, tax reform, invest, grow, put the capital to work here in America. But the uncertainty on trade is causing them to pause and say, I don't know, where do we put it to work? And so I think it's a real factor that does need addressed.